Hello, Scorpio. This is a reading for you, just a zodiac update. We've been doing readings for all the signs. Your turn has come up, and I can't shuffle cards anymore. That's funny. All thumbs. Maybe a bit awkward, but that doesn't have to mean anything. Seven of emotion. Like, honestly, these cards are just, it's the same cards for every reading. I don't know what to do about this. I'll just take it as it's coming in. Confusion. Not sure how you feel about something. On the fence. Eight of emotions. Oh, there is one solid message coming through for everybody, and we're just getting it from all the different angles, but it feels very much all like the same message, as it usually does on our channel. So we tend to have these big themes, and we're looking at a crystal, you know. I'm noticing that the pattern here, I'd have to show you, the pattern that's showing up back here is quite like the pattern that's showing through. I'm just seeing it's showing through the cloth. And I just got shown something actually between readings. I pulled a card and it had a just picture of a cat that was sitting exactly like Dirk was sitting in that moment. So I'm getting a lot of physical connection with the cards in my immediate environment. So I might be getting a message that this is something that's in your immediate environment, or there might be something here more than, like, to scale back and actually get more simple about it. That it could be quite a literal message is really it. Like, literally. Somebody could be walking toward a dark circle. And it's confusing. Like, I'm almost seeing like you're looking at a avant-garde art show. And it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. And it could be quite literal like that. Eight of emotions, of course. This is going to be that walking away, moving on, putting things down, looking for more. Grass is always greener kind of card. Not sure how we feel about the uncertainty of the future, given somebody's recent actions. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about somebody taking off on their own. Four of Voices. I like how there's this little figure, and then in this card there's this little figure, and it's almost like they'll find you. They'll find you. Somebody's putting something down or walking away from something, and it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just going to take some time to process that. In the chat, there's they'll find you, like the start of a horror movie. They quite literally say that. I wonder. Yeah, Five of Inspiration, and what it's not like we're not. It's like somebody gave you something to cover up your confusion. Don't worry, I'll be back. Delaying things. This is just a for now thing. Ooh. Oh. I can feel that. I feel it in my nose for some reason. Like, I feel it in my head. It's heady. Like, hurts the head. Because there's this perfectly pure emotion. A perfectly fair and fine reaction to something. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to take some time and think about it. And then here's this Don't worry, I'll be back. Don't worry, this is just a temporary thing. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It's meant to kind of like overshadow your confusion about a situation. It's when somebody's trying to band-aid over top of the real effect something has on you by telling you not to worry or telling you to, resisting your confusion. Don't be confused. Don't you know? Don't you know I care for you very much, as they're walking away and to an abyss. That if they just left it alone, just a minute, just let you sit with how you really feel about it. Let you have your evaluation of how you feel about it without trying to cover it up, without telling you that, no, you shouldn't be confused. No, you ought not be confused. You ought trust. Meanwhile, I think the confusion was just fine, like if it was a natural reaction, because it's like then it gives you the space to allow them to come to you. You know what to do when you're confused. You know how to handle that. You know how to process that. You know how to give yourself a rest. You know how to give things a rest. But they've kind of put this suspension. The suspense is what we were talking about in the chat. And I do see this like leaving you in suspense, leaving you hanging. Not allowing you to just be confused about something. Or at least encouraging you to. This is like smoke and mirrors. It's like putting a whole bunch of stuff over top of a very pure experience of a very real event. And it's maybe in the form of intentions. I'm confused. Well, I don't mean to confuse you. Maybe like that. That's not what my intention was. It's maybe something you'll say. The Chariot. There's two other cards here, but I'm going to say that I got the very firm message for you. Go there anyway. For Scorpio, there's maybe somebody who's trying to prevent you from experiencing the very understandable and genuine confusion you might feel in the face of their sudden disappearance or their sudden shift in momentum or sudden shift in strategies or what appears to be a decision to put things down and go in a different direction for a little while or something. That's a real feeling, real genuine, healthy state to be in. I don't understand. I don't know how I feel about that. I need some time to sit with it. And I'm going to let that situation come to me and tell me how I feel about it. And instead, there's somebody, literally a person who comes in and tries to overshadow that process with their intentions for you. The message in the Chariot is go there anyway. Go to that abyss anyway. Don't let somebody, if it's not feeling right, if it feels to you like somebody is not letting you have the feelings you do about something with their intentions, go there anyway. Go back to the abyss. As weird as it is, we can maybe think it's weird that a tarot reader would see that somebody's trying to comfort you and then what am I doing? Telling you to go get confused anyway? Knight of Inspiration, Nine of Materials. They're doing that for them. They're not doing that for you. When somebody is doing something that's very obviously confusing to somebody else, like, what are you supposed to feel about that? Like, you're going to need some time to process that. It's a shock. It's a big change. You need time to adjust. And when they try to bypass that process for you, you have to go there anyway because they're not doing that for you. They're doing that for them. They're doing that to make them feel better about what they're doing. When somebody tells you about their intentions in the face of your feelings, intentions matter, but when intentions are supposed to be solutions to your feelings, it's because they don't want to be aware that you have those feelings. They want to believe that their intentions are going to stop you from having those feelings. They're doing it for them. They're not doing it for you. Go there anyway. It's almost like, I don't want to say I want you to be confused about something. It's a little bit more like allow yourself the space to have your own impression of a situation. And don't allow someone's intentions to overshadow your opportunity to have an experience, to feel the way you do about it. This frees them of guilt. If you didn't feel bad about it, if you didn't feel confused, if you felt more certain, they would be able to go about what they're doing right now more guilt-free. Nine of Voices. What a Scorpio card. Swords, though. Air energy. And the Two of Emotions. Ooh. So similar message as the Cancer reading to... Was it the Cancer reading? Or was it the... what would it came? Capricorn before that? No, I think it was the Cancer reading. Oh, I don't know. There was a message to have that the connection you feel is a relationship between you and your choice to love. And that's just a suggestion to kind of get your mind unstuck from a bit of a manipulate, like or ways that we're prone to being manipulated by our own thoughts or by other people's actions or thoughts or, words or whatever. This is going to be another one of those that there's a value to relating to your own discomfort. There's a value to being uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable with something, you're uncomfortable with that thing. And this is where the interests are opposing one another. Somebody's interest to not carry guilt with them is opposing or resisting your interests in accepting how you feel about something. This is how they leave you hanging. This is how they leave you in suspense, is they don't allow you the space to feel the way you do about something. They try to convince you that their intentions should make everything all better, that it should change your feelings. And if you go there anyway, go feel the way you do about it anyway, what'll be revealed is the actual truth is that they're opposing or conflicting or interests that are not aligned. Their interest to not carry guilt doesn't align with your interest to accept yourself. That's a bit harsh of a reading, but Scorpio. Now where do we go? Five of Emotion. There's a suggestion here. Oh, Scorpio, these readings, oh my goodness. There's a suggestion in the Five of Emotions that one of the reasons they don't want to carry guilt is because they don't want to lose you. And so it's almost like they're trying to make it like you aren't there. You see, there's something, and I'm not going to say this is for everybody and all the time, and this is going to happen in your relationship, but if you've ever had this experience of having this sense of not knowing what's going to happen next, being held in suspense by somebody who did something, but like right before they leave, right before they keep going with it, you might communicate that you feel a certain way about it. You don't know how you feel about it. You got to, think about that. Sit with it a bit. And as they're leaving, they try to smooth things over, patch things up with you, in such a way where it's just so that they can walk away without a sense that you have a bad feeling about it. One of the maybe suggestions here is that a deeper, even deeper reason is because if you are connected to yourself, if you are accepting of yourself, then they would have to accept that they lost you in the process of this decision. Because if they accept who you are as well as you accept yourself, and they don't go through this thing, that's them experiencing the loss. It's a rare find, somebody who accepts themselves. Just based on that. And that alone. Is reason enough to go there anyway. Be who you are, feel the way you do about things. That's your message. Ooh. Come see the live stream, if you want to if you want to hear more gems like oh, I'm sorry, Scorpio. I'm sure things will look brighter soon. If this is just about one thing, if it's maybe about a past thing and you're just needing to kind of wrap up, why was I in such suspense for so long? It's actually wouldn't have been your fault. Like, somebody literally tried to stand in the way between you and self-acceptance. So, what are you going to do? Just use that as a reason from here on out. Lean into your self-acceptance more. Feel the way you do about stuff. I'll see you later, Hopefully you come see us on the stream. Take care.